operating on the absolute left of the political spectrum, basically libertarians. And so in my very short presentation, what we're going to go through is what is this crazy political movement that you've never heard of? What is the Flora, their base in Hamburg, a city in northern Germany, and what it means to refuse political sovereignty. A few examples thereof, and what I call violence in the danger zone. So, autonomy. Autonomy is a group of radical political actors operating since about 1980 in Western Germany, in Eastern Germany as well, but I have no data on them whatsoever, so we focus on the West. This is essentially the classic autonomy. This is what you'd expect to see in 1980s, 81. As you can see, there's a lot of symbolism and pictures and meaning attributed to what they were and how they dressed, which we're going to get into very shortly. To try to define a movement that generally refuses any definition, to the extent of when they were asked for a definition, they produced 6 different sets, each with 16 points, all completely different. So the idea of refusing the attempt to categorize them is very, very strong and intentional. But I would summarize them as a radical discourse of rejection, of collectivity and resistance against what they perceive to be oppression and hegemony, the occupations of space, specifically squatting, and radical protests, symbolic violence, often rioting and mass demonstrations. So these are the people that I'm looking at. They would define themselves as self-creation, self-formation, and self-governance, the idea of constituting oneself in one's own political ideology, determining their lives for themselves. That's one of the most important points. And in an interview with the most famous autonoman in the 80s, he said, autonomy is the process of living and creating one's life as a self-contradiction. So you have some idea of what this movement is about, where it is on the spectrum. This is what's called the Flora. This is the Flora of the 1980s, very briefly. An entire neighborhood of a northern German city was set to be gentrified by the state and turned into a high-class entertainment district. It was a low-income, blue-collar district. The people there decided they weren't going to have it. They rioted, they organized resistance, and they squatted everything. So by 1989, it was occupied, and it remains occupied to this day. Why is this important? So what I found that way. In terms of political theory, in the history of political thought, political sovereignty and the social contract are 2 of the most important points that we have. Political sovereignty is an absolute rule over a land or area, usually by a state or a government. And the social contract is the idea that citizens accept that rule in exchange for peace, in exchange, they give up their freedoms in exchange for having a state provide order, protection, and the monopoly on the use of violence. Why this group is so interesting is they absolutely refuse both of these things. They refuse any sort of political sovereignty, including language, the need to communicate, legitimize, or justify themselves, any state power, any state authority, the state monopoly of violence, the social contract, and any physical contracts. There's a long history to this stemming from the Second World War, particularly Nazism. There's a very moral outrage against what happened in 1945. And so in short, they believe that the state is corrupt and thus unable to morally rule the citizens. This is best exemplified in 2001, when the state went to these people and said, please stop rioting, we'll give you this building, just sign this contract. And they came back with the campaign which is a play on words, but it basically means we are not willing to get along with you whatsoever. This became a rallying cry, and is now the motto of the movement as they continue to fight. The other most important point is that this space is absolutely pure and has to be kept absolutely secure for this movement. It's considered a space outside of political sovereignty. It's considered a space outside of government. It's considered a danger zone. What's interesting about this is that the state has also declared this a danger zone. So on both sides, from the state and from the anarchists, you have a space that is considered outside of government, outside of political sovereignty, outside of the state. What does it mean to have an excess space outside of the state? This is a whole new puzzle for political theory. This is a brand new puzzle for thinking about how political actors and how citizens operate. If you accept these premises, you no longer have political theory as we know it. In this says welcome to the danger zone, which is of course a reference, but it was an area of the city where the state suspended all civil liberties and all civil rights. So in this area, policemen could arrest, beat, detain, or otherwise take you away with absolutely no cause whatsoever. Similarly, citizens also declare this area around their building to be their own political space with their own political rules. So from both sides of the spectrum, you have this danger zone going on, primarily to the use of violence. This is a photo from one of the riots in this area. So the theory I'm building now in my last 24 seconds is, what does it mean to use political violence as a form of communication in a space outside of the state? And how on earth could that possibly work? If we refuse language, government, and state authority, how then can we use symbolism, masking representations, to try to communicate in what has become ultimately a theatrical and violent ritual?